Hey, this is Rob Compagna for GuitarControl.com, and today we're going to talk about some more improvisation stuff. This is the first in a two-part series, and it's really designed to help you improvise. Today's lesson is about major scale shapes, and the next lesson is going to be about minor scale shapes. So the reason why the background of this is one time I was taking a class, and this one teacher was basically improvising throughout a chord progression that had multiple chord changes, and he was basically just switching, through just staying abreast of all the key changes, but not really leaving the same, position. So, I asked him if, do you have all the notes memorized? And no, he just said that he really just saw shapes. So I thought about that, and really what it is there are shapes. So when you really break it down, in this lesson we're just sticking to the major scale, it's really shapes based upon the first finger, the second finger, and the pinky finger. And then based upon each string that you're in. And if you know which key you're in at that given time, wherever your finger is at that point in time, you can just rip off that scale shape. So if you can memorize these scale shapes, then that'll take you a long ways to improvisation, especially in jazz. But also for you metalheads out there, this is great stuff too. It's all about being unique in your improvisation and doing really solos, solos that are true to you. So this will help you get there. So let's take a look at it. So we're going to first do our shapes from the low E string, and we're going to do it in the key of C major. So here we are with the first finger shapes. Okay, and so it's staying in C major, so we're going to do the second finger shape. And staying, of course, still in C major, here is the pinky finger shape. Now notice we're not using the third finger. The third finger just doesn't really work as far as this kind of thing. So first, second, and pinky will cover everything that you need. Now, so moving on to the A string. The A string, the first finger and second finger shapes are the exact same shape as the low E string, which is great, but for the pinky shape, it's slightly different because of the shift with the B string, but we'll see. So we're going to do this in F here. So here's from the first finger in the key of F from the A string. See, no change. And here is from the second finger. Alright, and here is from the pinky finger, still in F. See, up one fret higher than it was for C on the low E string. Alright, so keeping that thread along. Let's stay in the key of C here for the D string. And so we're going to see our shapes here from the first finger. Alright, so let's do the second finger. And once again, see the links of this video, and you're going to see documentation attached for all of this. So here's the second finger. And here's the pinky shape. Alright, so let's move on to the G string, and we're going to do this in F. So that's the first finger. So let's move to the second finger. Alright, and let's move to the pinky. Now notice I'm not hitting the high note here because we have to switch position. We're running out of real estate here. So we're just going to play it up to E, the high E on the 12th fret. Alright, and let's go to the B string here. So the B string, we are going to do that one in the key of E major. So here we go here. it's just like, you know, running out of notes here, so it's just, and here we go from the second finger, and then here we go from the pinky. So once again, when you're soloing, you know the root that, you know. So say if we're playing an E for a second and your pinky just happens to be on this right here on the second string. Hey, there we go. You just know that shape. You can, you know, that's good for you. All right. So lastly, on the high E string, there's really not much point here. We're just going to do it in the key of A, because, you know, if I was to do second finger in the key of A, and then if I was going to do pinky in the key of A, yeah, that's pretty good. But obviously we have descending and stuff like that. So, you know, so from the high E string also, we were just really going with descending shapes from this point, and which we just covered. So with all of these shapes I just showed you, memorize them ascending and descending. Ascending and descending. All right, and lastly, I'll leave you with a fun little exercise that you can do to test this. So try staying in the fifth position using all of these shapes, and then do a record this 2-5-1 progression, just ascending from F all the way up to E. So it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so you get the point. So you just keep on ascending up one fret every time until you get up to the 12th fret. And just so for you people who are not really familiar with it, I'm just doing like in the key of F here, I'm doing G minor 7, which is first finger here. I'm skipping the A string, and I get the third finger's laid flat over here in the third position, over the B, G, and the D string. And then I'm doing a C dominant 7 here. You know, first finger on the 3, third finger on the 5th fret D string. You're barring here, so you're getting the B flat here on the G string, and then you're getting the E on the B string. So, and then the last chord is an F major 7, and that one is pretty easy. It's just like making a minor shape, A minor chord, except you're doing it with the second, third, and fourth fingers, and then you're taking the first finger down on the F, and you're kind of muting the A string's not played. So there you go. There's a little jazz chord lesson for you. Right, rolled in. So I gave you 2 for 1. That's freaking awesome. So anyway, memorize these chords, and meet me back here for next week when we discuss minor chord shapes. So if you got the major major scale shapes and minor scale shapes memorized, that'll launch you a long ways to going to be able to improvise in any key from any point in the neck at any time. Pretty awesome, huh? All right, so I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and we'll see you here next time for the second lesson of this 2-part series. Have a good one.